All right, Coach, you start 2018 the way you ended 2017 with a victory, but you had to earn this one. What clicked in that second quarter offensively?
Well, I mean, we knew this was going to be a very tough game coming in. Obviously, the first quarter was very difficult to get anything done, but we felt good that we still, we're tied. We still got 3 more quarters to go, but I think we had a lineup of Stubblefield, Newman, Kayla, maybe Harris. I don't know who else was in there. I'm going to leave somebody out brief, but they started hitting offensive glass. It wasn't that we were getting a lot of stuff first chance, but it was hitting those boards. Then they were in turn fouling us on that second chance. We would go to the free throw line and got the score that way, and then it also got them in foul trouble, which was obviously key. Terry picked up 2, and she had to go out. I think Serena eventually picked up 2, 3 picked up 2. And some of that was the fact that we were able to hit the glass. And that's a different kind of lineup for us that we've been able to utilize all year because we had to get Micah out and I think Jekka out. But Stubby's going to crash. Newman's going to crash. You got Kayla Marisites in there. She's been crashing. And so I really think that that's what it was. And then defensively, I think we even became better because we had some really good defensive players on the floor.
You talk about that defensive effort. I think there are a couple segments in the game where you held them without a field goal for over 4 minutes. What do you think of how you played defensively?
Well, they just, once again, it's different lineups. We had a little bit more size on the floor. They were able to switch some things off if they needed to be. And then, of course, we're not giving up offensive rebounds and the second chance points. And that's one of the things I think Catawba is really good at is being able to collect offensive rebounds and score off of it. And we didn't do that. And so, it was nice to be able to have those runs where they didn't get baskets and then we could go down and score and get a little bit more comfortable on the offensive end.
Terry Rogers, great game. 24 points, 11 of 18, but nobody else really provides anything offensively. What's that do for you as a coach knowing their best player gets theirs but nobody else chips in?
Well, I mean, you can look at a lot of teams that way because they've got 2 in double figures with her and Serena. Of course, she got above her average, but then we have 5 guys going double figures, and none of our guys actually get their average in terms of like Micah and Harris, whatever. But they did get double figures, and Serena, or not Serena, but she played well too. But obviously Terry had a really good game, one of the better games she's had against us. Really hard to stop, but she's a first-team All-Conference post player. But for her to get 24, for us to have 5 in double figures, and then win by 28, you got to be happy as a coach about that.
You mentioned that depth. This is really the first game in a while where you've had to lean a lot on the depth. Mm-hmm. With Weichel not being out there, you had to kind of mix some things up to get Harris a couple bit of breaks. What do you think of how you rotated players in?
I mean, it was. It's always scary. This first game without Weichel, obviously, but Bree played well even with the mask on, so she's healthy and good to go. But when you're talking about bringing people like Kayla Newman and Katie Stubblefield off the bench, then you're pretty deep and you're pretty strong. And I thought Kelsey came off the bench and gave us good minutes. And we're even deeper than that. Once again, as a coach, I don't feel. Tatum and I are up there at the front talking about who do we want to go with, who we want to insert here or there. Obviously, I think we probably made the right calls tonight, but we even go deeper than that with, you start looking at Tori and Bird and people like that I know can get in there and do a good job. But, in terms of how we rotated tonight and to be able to save Bree and Harris and not play on a ton of minutes, very happy about that.